block of sweaters in my closet, and we do that. Yeah, it's really pretty. And they're versatile for baby blankets, storing like the sentimental baby blankets.
Yeah, and still getting to see them.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are available if you guys want to pick those up. All right, we're gonna move on to these. These bins are beautiful.
Thank you.
These are like a fabric outer, and they have leather handles. They're incredible, and you get 2 of them for $29.95, which is unbelievable to me. And we've got different sizes as well. So we've got the large and we've got the small. So we're gonna start here with the large. These are 10 3/4 inches long, 10 3/4 inches high. It's a square, so 10 3/4 inches all around, and you get 2 of them. What do you like to use these for?
Okay, these are such a multi-purpose bin. So I'm going to show you. So in here, if you're a crafter, right? Look at, we have so I love to do this in craft rooms for my clients, is if you have a project going and you don't have time to finish it, you can put it in here, keep it in the living room, grab it as you have time, but it stays nice and neat. The lid is on it so nobody can get in there and bother it, and it's so pretty. It can just sit right in your living room on a shelf and look very pretty.
Can I just tell you, these look and feel like the catalogs that you get in the mail that are fun to look at, but you're spending like $60 on one. I know you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
The quality of these, I mean, and they're leather handles, and this is like almost like a tweed. Like the fabrication is beautiful. That's the blue, by the way. We have the tan, the white, the gray, and that gorgeous navy. And this price is for 2 of these.
So you know what? I store mine at home. So at home, I love like a brimmed hat, like a straw hat. Yeah. So these are perfect for putting in the hats in and keeping them safe they're not gonna get squished.
Because they don't get crushed.
They're not gonna get crushed.
Look at this one's got baby items inside.
Yes.
You know, when I had my first son, we lived in a 2-story house, and we were like up and down, because his room was upstairs. Somebody told me, they said, get a good sturdy bin. Put like a changing station in a bin and keep it downstairs. I'm like, this would be perfect
and
for
it's
that
pretty
kind of thing.
because
you can hide it away.
It's right out in the open, and you can see it. It's so beautiful. I absolutely love it.
And we've got all kinds of photos too of ways that you have styled all of your different products.
Yes, I love styling. These are really good in a primary closet as well.
Look at that.
Yeah, so that I'm putting the shoes in. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But let's look in the gray one. I think it might be empty. But in my home, I store my husband's baseball caps in these. So he loves his teams, and so I have him separated by sports teams, then I have his golf hats, and then I have winter hats. So how pretty is this to sit on a shelf? Yeah. You can use my bin clips, which we'll show later.
And they have a nice lining inside too, if you do have hats and shoes inside.
Oh yes, it's a cloth lining. It's beautiful. And it has this little inside pouch. Cardboard that goes inside to keep it sturdy. Keep it nice and square. Yeah, and I love that you get 2 of them because I love sets of things.
I mean, and the design is really, it's clean. It can be boho, it can be modern. It can be, like, I love the aesthetic of the pieces that you bring us because let's be honest, something like this you want to see. And I feel like this can fit in with all different homes.
Oh, absolutely. So recently we did a home office and I used this color. It was a male home office, his home office that he worked from home. And he had a ton of collections. And so how pretty these looked sitting on his shelves with all of his books, all of his mementos. And he had a ton of sports memorabilia, a ton of like loose pictures, but he wanted them all together. Yeah. So we put these in his office and it looks so beautiful. They're stunning. So I love that you can use them in a plethora of rooms, so many different ways.
And they're very designer friendly because I think a big part of, I mean, you go in and you organize people's homes, but you also have to design. I mean, you have to make it aesthetically pleasing. And it makes a big difference when you, and it's so funny because I feel like when you start with one area, you're gonna wanna do more.
Oh, I know, that's the thing about organizing. Once you get started, you can't stop. It's so addicting, but it's so fun.
It is so fun. What's your Instagram handle if people wanted to go see?
It's Get Neat with Lisa.
You have to go. I follow Lisa and we hadn't even met yet.
I know,
I was like, I love this idea. There's so much inspiration and she uses a lot of these products in the stories that you do and the posts that you do. And it really gives you ideas of how to organize. I think it can be overwhelming for a lot of people.
Oh, for sure.
Do you have any tips, like where do you get started? Like how do you start?
So I always say start small because, I mean, we're professionals and we come into your home and we're not gonna do the whole house at the same time. We are gonna start in one space. So you know what I always say? Start with one drawer and then get that drawer under control and just have little 15-minute successes, and then that way you won't get discouraged.
Like a power clean
power
or
session.
something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love to
like
set
that.
a timer.
Yeah. Oh,
put
even
on
better.
fun music.
Okay.
Because we love a Friday night dance party at our house
I like
and on
that.
Instagram. And so what I do is I'll just say, okay, even me, my house gets messy too, but I'll set the timer. I'll put on fun music, and then like a half hour goes by. I don't have to think about. I know I have 30 minutes to do this, so I get on there for 30 minutes. Tackle a project, and then when that timer goes off, I'm like,
move on.
It just makes you feel so good.
Because I'm the person that's like, I'm gonna clean this drawer. So I start going through it and I'm like, oh, this tape is out. Do we have more tape? Let me go to the garage
You
and
get
see.
sidetracked.
And then I go to the garage and I'm like, these cords are tangled. Next thing I know, it's been 2 hours and I feel like I've done nothing. So I love that tip.
Yes.
And when you have the right kind of tools too, you get excited to get rid of the clutter so that you can use these bins.
Yes.
So I think even, they call it almost like a token purchase. Like purchase these items because your goal for 2023 is to get organized. And you'll be looking at them like, I cannot wait to use these.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I always say too is, invest in your home, like invest in your life. When you just spend the investment up front and get your whole home organized, that investment is gonna pay off, because with my systems, it's one and done. When you get this and get it organized, get it labeled, put it where it's so pretty to look at, you're set. And so all you have to do then is maintain. And that's the beauty of organizing.
Love that. Okay, great colors, navy, tan, white, and gray. I will say white is our most popular by far. These are leather handles. They're gorgeous, and it is a 2-pack. But I see over here, Lisa, if we head over, we've got the small size, a perfect accompaniment.
Okay.
We say small, but these are like large shoebox.
Oh, they are.
Size.
That's what I call them
Beautiful
shoeboxes, but they're good for so many things. So look at this.
High quality.
So